Welcome back, everybody. Today is International Trans Day of Visibility. Now it's a time to celebrate transgender and non-binary people and to raise awareness about the discrimination the community faces worldwide. To tell us more about the significance of this day, we're joined by Ariana Giroux. She is the Interim Executive Director of the UR Pride Center in Regina. Hi there, Ariana, and this is awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Now, what first comes to mind when you think about Trans Day of Visibility?
The joke that all trans people take a minus 2 check on their stealth rolls. Can't hide today.
Of course. It's all out in the open now. So
yeah.
What are some of the
Yes.
daily challenges that transgender people face that might not be obvious to a lot of those outside the community?
I was actually just chatting with some folks from high school about some high school students about how there are a lot of little hidden challenges that you don't think about. For example, one of our staff at UR Pride had to have their legal name change denied 3 times before they could actually change their name for all kinds of archaic, weird rules that are meant to keep it hard to change your name as a trans person. We face a lot of little hidden challenges like that you wouldn't even think about, right?
So this is one day, and what can we do to make this more than just one day? It should be tomorrow, next week, for a whole year, for a lifetime, to make communities and spaces more trans inclusive.
I think it's really important to remember that we as trans people are trans every day of the year, and as allies, trans allyship never ends. And it's important to remember that this whole notion of gender that we have is a made-up thing, and that the assumptions you might have about somebody and the way they look, the way they sound, the way they present themselves doesn't reflect how they feel inside. And it's important to remember every day that there are things we do that reiterate that you can't be trans. And we have to think about that and break it down.
So what is your advice to those outside the gender diverse community who, of course, want to be better allies?
I think first off, the most important thing, when you hear somebody has a different pronoun than what you expect, you should go and practice it in your own time with your friends who aren't also trans, right? And it goes beyond pronouns. Try and break down, what does it mean to be a man or a woman? What are these titles even about? Does it really have to do with pink tutus and blue shirts and all that kind of stuff?
This was awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Ariana, and have a great day.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
That was Ariana Giroux. She's the Interim Executive Director of the UR Pride Center in Regina.